Hello from the lovely Budget Inn in Hiawassee, Georgia. This is Sunsets, and I am going to do basically a weekly recap. One of the things that we noticed missing when we were doing our planning from YouTube videos is a budget. So what I want to do is weekly go over what we're spending and how we're spending that money, what our budget is to start with for the entire epic journey, and then what we spend weekly, and kind of have a running total so you scoring at home know exactly what we're spending money on. And obviously people spend money on different things at different rates, and what's important to us might not be important to someone else, but it'll at least give you a ballpark figure of what's going on. I also want to cover our weekly mileage, how far we went, how we feel overall, and then anything else that just comes to mind that aren't covered in our other videos. This I want to be a really short video, maybe 5 or 6 minutes, that covers all that. And then also it's a great forum for you to leave questions in the comment section on YouTube on these videos, and then I can cover them in the next video, the next weekly synopsis. So let's get started. So we started on March 22nd, so 7 days from there. We went from Springer Mountain to Poplar Stamp Gap. That was a total AT miles of 44.3 miles. And for the purpose of this, I'm not counting like the approach trail in our mileage. I'm not counting Blue Blaze miles. It's just too much to try to keep track of. So that averages 6.3 Appalachian Trail miles per day over the first 7 days. Really, we've been averaging 7 or 8 miles of real miles, and we've been hiking about 6 hours a day. Usually getting up around 8:30 or 9, or getting out of camp at 8:30 or 9, and then hiking till 1:30 or 2, something like that. Okay, let's talk about money. This first video will be a little bit more lengthy because I want to kind of explain how I'm approaching the subject of money. I am going to talk about what we spend on the trail. I'm not going to discuss, getting to Georgia, to the lodge where we started off at the approach trail, or to Springer Mountain where other people might go. I'm not talking about all those logistics. I'm talking about resupplies in towns, our initial supply of food, and things like that. So basically we budgeted about $14,000 for Chica and I to do this, and that is a stretch of up to 7 months. That includes $3,000 worth of gear, so just take that off. The $3,000 worth of gear is spent. That leaves us $11,000, $5,500 a piece to hike 2,189.8 miles for 2 people. So that includes resupplies, dinners and lunches in towns, hotel stays, and any gear repair or gear additions that we need to add along the way, plus anything else. So week 1, this is kind of the breakdown. We've spent over the last 7 days $324. That works out to $46 a day, or $23 per person. I know it would be ideal for me to put this all in a pretty spreadsheet and put it up online, so you can pause it and take a look at it that way. Sorry, I'm not going to spend the time to do that. You can just take notes as we go if this is of interest to you. So the breakdown of that money, that $324, we stayed one night in a cabin at Neil Gap. We split it with another couple, so that was $55. Resupplies and our initial supply of food was $102 of that money. Okay, so for postage, we've spent $61. That included a package sent to Neil Gap for a resupply because we were concerned about resupplying there and the expense and having exactly what we wanted to buy because we knew it was a small store. It also included a bounce box from Neil Gap to here to Hiawassee because we had way too much food thanks to some great trail angels. So $61 for postage. Like I said, we only have one more box coming later. Oh, another part of that postage was at Neil's. We sent some stuff home that we weren't going to be using on the trail. We kind of pared down there. Those postage expenses should be minimalized moving forward because we don't have any other boxes prepared to come unless we send something else home. In-town food for the first week, we spent $21. And that was just going out to lunch or going out to dinner. Actually, at Neil Gap, that was pizza and wings at the cabins. Gear repair and gear. We bought a tent repair kit because we didn't have one. And one day it was really windy when we were tearing down our tent. And there was a thorn bush right behind where our tent was set up, and the mesh kind of flew into the thorn bush, and that creates holes. So we had to repair that. Jen wanted to get a different long sleeve shirt, so she spent $40 on that. So in total, we spent $45 for gear and repair stuff. Next up is, or last bucket, is other. The only thing in the other is we went ahead before we left Wisconsin. We printed out and bought our Smoky Mountain National Park permits. They're good for 30 days before you enter the park. So we had plenty of time and we wanted to go ahead and just knock that out. So that was 2 times $20, so $40 for that. So that's the breakdown of the $324, how we spent it. And you know, if you extrapolate our daily rate times 7 months, we're right on target for you know, spending that equals about $9 grand, and then we have a couple grand set aside for incidentals and to get us from Maine back to Wisconsin. Excuse me. Next, I wanted to talk about just kind of some of the things that we learned in our first week and that helped us. First off is the website atweather.org. atweather.org is a fantastic weather website for up in the mountains of the AT. You can select the trail. It does both Pacific Crest Trail and Appalachian Trail. It might do another one, maybe Continental Divide, I don't know. But you select AT, you select which state you're in, and then it has a shelter guide. You select the shelter you're at or going to, and it gives you specific weather for that specific area in the mountains, not at a town that's at a lower level. So you know exactly what the weather looks like. We have found in 7 days that site is extremely accurate, and it's easy enough to check if we have at least one bar on our phone. Otherwise, the only other thing I really have come to appreciate, and I've never hiked with hiking sticks before, but my hiking poles, they have saved me, and I think Chica as well, from falling on her face multiple times. It just gives you a sense of balance. It also just helps us both uphill and downhill. keeping going. Anyway, so that's it. I'm not sure exactly how I'll do the weekly wrap-ups moving forward, but I just wanted to put something out there that I haven't seen yet on YouTube in our research. And so if you have suggestions or comments, there's Chica.
Hi.
Let me know in the comments, and we'll tweak these things each week, and I'll get faster at them because I don't want to keep you too long. But as I comprise the information, I'll make it more concise as well. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you a bit later. Bye.